Oh, Powder, what have you done?
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, my tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here. Welcome back to the channel. I am about to watch another episode of Arcane, which I am very much enjoying so far. It's going to be episode 3, and I have no idea what it's called because I never do. See, episode 3 is The Base Violence Necessary for Change. All right. So, I was thinking a lot about the last episode, and one of you guys said something in the comments that helped make something click, finally, about the ending. I was a little perplexed by the ending, as I was sitting here wondering who the heck Vi was waiting for, what was she doing? And so, the little bunny rabbit, the little, stuffed bunny that Vi used to have, we saw Powder with it towards, I guess, the middle or latter half of the episode. And I had thought that Powder had gone and retrieved it herself after Vi told her about it, pointed it out, stuck in the power lines. But one of you guys made me realize that it was really that Vi herself went and got it and passed it on to Powder as sort of like a passing on of like this precious childhood thing, as like almost like a symbol of relinquishing her own childhood, finally growing up. And that made me realize that who Vi was waiting for was probably the lady, or at least one of her representatives, the lady who was challenging I can't ever remember his name, Werner, her dad figure, about wanting to go on another fight, basically, with the people in Piltover. So she's planning on, joining this new rebellion this coming. And that, I think, is confirmed pretty much by the title of this episode, The Base Violence Necessary for Change.
Well, you'd be wrong.
So I'm wondering how that's all going to shake down, because, we see her little sister who... I don't know, it's interesting. She's like, it's like she doesn't like to fight, but she also seems to love inflicting pain in a weird sort of way, or at least maiming people. So I don't really know if I can call her a pacifist, but she does seem to be usually less prone to violence than the people around her. But I would imagine that if her sister goes off to war, and especially if her sister either dies or she believes she dies, that'll change it. It's like there's an old trope. It's like, what is it? Don't hurt the Wooby or something like that. I forget what it's actually called, but it refers to how, like, basically you have this character who's kind of sweet and innocent, and that's the person who becomes the most dangerous when something really, really awful happens. It just basically pushes them past their breaking point, and they snap, and they just become. Typically, they become villains when that happens, and just maniacally insane. And in a series like this, where there's, magic and all this other shit, I would expect that if that happens, they also become incredibly powerful, and usually one of the most powerful people, sort of like in boss level, So I'm curious if that's where they're going with Powder, is that, like, they're gonna have Vi go off to war, she's gonna end up getting killed or appear to get killed, Powder's gonna frickin' snap and then go down a dark path of vengeance and anger and become an incredibly powerful villain who ends up having to be defeated by everyone else by the end. Last episode, we also got introduced to the idea of the Arcane, which I guess is the actual magic underlying the magic system in this world. It appears to be a system based both on, like, evocation and like using words and symbols and all that stuff, but also, what is it, thaumaturgy, I think it's called, whereas when you have objects that are associated with effects that you want to achieve, and you have to use them to make connections between your will and whatever it is you're trying to do, or the thing you're trying to affect, I should say.
Are you a witch?
And so I'm curious to see how that all works, and I'm also curious to see how the whole idea of like you have to be born with the ability to do it works. It seemed with the Science Council in the previous episode that humans in general are not expected to be born with the arcane. I'm thinking anyway. So the entity that saved the scientist character when he was a kid, I'm guessing was not human. So a lot of interesting questions coming up. I really want to see where we're going with this. Oh, also, I think Vi was the one who sent the canister message to Shorei's character. I think there was a little bit of a misdirect going on there. So, which means that she could also actually be meeting with her. Maybe she wants to tell her that other people are planning a war. So it could be the reverse of what I thought before. Maybe it's Powder who ends up going off with the people who want violence and trying to fight. But who knows? We'll find out. Let's see what's going on in episode 3 of Arcane.
Here, let me get you some Kleenex.
Ever wonder what it's like to drown?
I know what it's like to drown. I don't have to wonder.
Story of opposites. There's peace in water. Like it's holding you.
That's kind of true.
Every problem in the world will fade away.
When I almost died through drowning, at first it was painful. And then once my lungs were full of water,
thing in your head, and it's
felt peaceful. Remember actually being angry at the
The
lifeguard.
wildest question lingers before you.
Who pulled me up and got the water out of my
Have you had
lungs.
enough? Sonny, you could pass a lifetime without ever facing a choice like that. Old friend.
Oh, that was why can't I think of his name ever? Daddy figure. I don't understand why his name is so difficult for me to remember. Varner?
You get one more.
Oh, okay. Vander.
We don't have much time.
How did you find me?
I'm proud of you.
This is the only way to protect the others.
Vander!
So she sent the message to try
You've
to turn
got a good
herself
heart.
in. Okay.
Don't ever lose it. No matter how the world tries to break you.
Vander, no! I can't do this!
You won't be coming back for a long time.
I know.
Why?
It's the only way.
It could backfire though, dude. It effectively makes you a martyr for the cause. They see you get arrested. And the people who already are agitating for violence are going to want it even more.
What's happening?
That must be the young man who was turned into a monster. Oh, Shorei's character died already?
No.
Kind of think of it, she was probably pretty expensive. At least take him out of cuffs. Jeez, don't leave a man cuffed when you
Silco,
are being attacked by something.
go crawl back into whatever hole you came out of!
Stubborn to the end.
Of course he won't uncuff him. I forgot that one guard made an agreement with him.
Tom, this wasn't the deal.
I am altering
Deal's
the deal.
changed.
Pray I don't alter it any further.
Maybe if we showed them the equations, they'd let us.
We need more than promises. We need proof.
Not without the crystals. The enforcers took them all. They're gone.
Locked away in Heimerdinger's lab.
What about the one on his
No. You
Bracelet.
heard the council. If we're wrong,
Better be right, then. Scientists seek discoveries. Ways to make the world a better place. This Hextech dream of yours has the potential to do that.
our Hextech dream.
obsession is dangerous, fellas. You gotta stop sometimes and ask yourself if you should, not just if you can. This all started with you, little man. Just saying. Man, someone did some really detailed work on the tears. Feel like we're witnessing Sauron. I mean, not Sauron. Saruman making his army of
It's a little crude.
Uruk-hai.
The base violence necessary for change.
Oh, title.
But we both know Topside won't listen to anything else.
You'll get people killed. For what? Pride?
For respect.
So pride.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
Everything they've denied us. The nation of Zorn. Do you even remember? I trusted you.
For the belt.
And you betrayed me.
I've never forgiven myself. You are my brother.
Kind of ironic that he's
still don't
playing this
understand.
character in this show, considering the character he plays in The
Can you
Expanse.
imagine what it's like when your blood mixes with the filth and the river toxins eat through your nerves?
You'd sacrifice everything that we are. It's not the way. Can't
The
you
way?
see that? Kill me if you have to. But please, spare the lanes.
You die for the cause, but you won't fight for one.
That was good storytelling, having all the stuff going on in the background while they had that conversation. Who be that? This lock seems unnecessarily complicated.
We can prove that it works.
You couldn't do so earlier today. How is tonight any different?
We figured out how to stabilize it.
You did that in one
You're the
day?
professor's assistant.
No, he's my new partner.
I recognize that any worthwhile venture involves risk.
He sounds kind of like Emilia Clarke.
Harold!
Oh, Counselor Medarda, you nearly scared me to death.
Another late night. The work just doesn't end.
Well,
That is a glorious mustache. I wish I could grow a glorious mustache like that. I would get mustache oil and everything. I'd parade
Well,
that
if the
bad
enforcers
boy.
hit tonight, we'll be ready. I think.
Dibs on the bat.
No. I found it.
You must respect dibs. But he did find it. Finders keepers overrules dibs.
Where's the...
Oh, you're back.
Powder is precious and must be protected. I've already decided this.
They took Vander.
Who took Vander?
I don't know, but I need to help him.
We're going with you.
To where? You
But
don't know where to go.
It was like nothing I've ever seen. I need you to sit this one out, Powder.
What?
You're not coming.
I'm not afraid.
It's too dangerous.
But if families stick together, you said it yourself.
I know what I said.
I want
He's
to
worried
fight.
you're gonna
I can
jinx
help.
them.
You're not ready. You're all
You're not
I
ready,
have
sweetie.
left. I can't lose you. If they come for you, take this and run. Wherever you are, light it up, and I'll find you. I promise.
Why do I have the feeling that's the last time they're going to see each other again? Well, at least for a really long time. Last
It's
time
all
they'll
here.
see each other again like this, you know? Here we go with another doohickey of unfathomable power.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
You don't ask this question now. Love how it shows they always wait till the moment of truth to finally go, you know, maybe we shouldn't do this. I still think she has the power of the Arcane. Oh, sweetie.
I I can help them.
Oh no, what are you thinking? Oh man, I could not do that. I'd be scared. I'd just keep on going and go
Let's
right
get
off the
Vander and
roof.
get out.
Incredible.
But what did you do?
Fine. What are you doing here?
Blood looks
We're
like
breaking you
jelly
out.
in this show.
Milo, on it.
Like he's bleeding out of his mouth, and I'm sitting there thinking of like strawberry jam.
How did you get in? Oh, there's guards everywhere.
It was easy. We found an open window and...
Oh,
Welcome.
Exactly. It's a trap. In a live action, that dude would be played by Dave Bautista. Guarantee it. So he's dead, right? Those look like they're hydraulically powered. He's dead. I'm not upset about it. Just saying. Can't say Powder's not brave. Hey, cool. I love that they had multiple people attack her at the same time instead of them doing the whole wait one at a time thing throughout the whole fight. Nice.
Ready
Nice
to
touch.
rise to the surface.
Oh, so the stuff's addictive. No, you do a straight-on punch. Use the power of the hydraulic.
Silco!
Punch him in the bicep.
This is between you and me.
You had your chance.
Bicep, sweetie. Well, crap. And I hope I'm right that you have that arcane power.
Open it!
Man, he's got an amazing memory. Must be a photographic memory. Yes, but now we need to ask about practical applications. That's going to be the first question the scientists will ask.
But just because it can be done doesn't mean... Will you please stop hovering?
I'm not sure how to do that, sir.
You have to work. For me, okay?
I didn't expect her to just use them as bombs. Well, hey, why not? Shiny. Y'all need to get out of there. She put a bunch of those things in there. It's gonna be a big boom. Oh, Powder, what have you done? Don't pull it out. Jesus Christ. One of the reasons why I figured she might actually have the magic power is that in a lot of stories, probability works differently around people who are inherently magical, and it would explain why she is basically a jinx all the time. But Jesus Christ, how's she going to be able to live with herself after this, especially if somebody died? Aww. Maybe I know she's not dead. She's a main character. I mean, they even showed them fighting each other in the opening, so maybe the others didn't die either. And I wonder what it means that the one lady who was on the bad guy's side took all that energy and it did something to her. Yeah. He's not gonna make it. Gonna go out like a badass though. He's doing this for you. You have to move. Oh no, she's gonna blame Powder for this. As foreshadowed by earlier when he was remembering taking the knife out of his belt. Dude, do it. You have to. This guy's too dangerous. If you have it in you to kill him, you have to do it. Take him with you at least.
I knew you still had it in you.
What stuff gets in his wounds and changes him. Shit. And he was already wrecking shop without that power. Make a choice, dude.
Vander.
Take care of Powder.
Monkey bomb finally worked!
You did this? Why? Why did you do this?
He was trying to save you.
I was saving you. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
I told you to stay away.
Please.
I told you to stay away!
No! Why did you leave me?
No.
Because you're a jinx! Do you hear me? Milo was right.
No.
She's your sister. You can't hurt your sister.
Please. you, please.
You can't do this. I know she made you mad, but you can't do this. Stay away from her, you piece of shit.
I'll kill you if he hears you.
Oh, she's gonna think she abandoned her, though. Fuck's sakes.
Hello, little girl. Where's your sister?
She left me.
The worst possible
She
outcome.
is not my sister anymore.
It's okay. We'll show them. We will show them all.
Oh, I gotta give them credit for mirroring the shot of
can hear the sound
her
of
being
a
shielded
cry.
by Vi at the beginning, and now being shielded by this guy. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna need to take a moment.
Eventually.
That was a hard episode. That was a really hard episode.
A few minutes later.
There are a lot of personal reasons that one hit really hard for me. And essentially it was like two sets of siblings fighting each other. Or the beginnings of, I don't know how to say it. We had Vander and was it Silco? Who I don't think were actual blood brothers, but were essentially so close that they were brothers, and then they fought and had their falling out, and now we basically have that kind of mirrored later, except for different reasons, with Vi and Powder, who I guess definitely is going to be this character Jinx, because they leaned heavy on Violet calling her that again in this episode. Now Vander's dead. Jesus Christ, Silco's gonna raise Powder. That's like, you know, and in a lot of stories, you see it featured in anime a lot. You have this concept of the pure character, and Powder's definitely that. The whole thing with pure characters that the influences on them will completely determine whether they end up good or bad. And granted, that's true with everyone, but like the whole idea with these pure characters, though, is that they're more malleable than other people. They're very, very impressionable. And her being raised by that piece of shit, it's not gonna go well. On a potentially positive note, at least the scientists up in Piltover managed to figure out how to make essentially mechanized magic casting, which is interesting. So I guess the idea with the arcane is that you have to be born with the power to channel the energy to activate the crystals, which I guess are focuses, or maybe you're channeling energy from the crystals. Still curious as to how that all works. But yeah, I was planning on watching the next episode today too. I don't know if I'm still gonna do that after how badly that episode hurt.
Spoiler alert! You don't!
Also, I think I had heard that the episodes were released in groups of 3, and it actually makes a lot of sense after watching that episode. That definitely felt like the end of a book, so to speak. You know, like we're about to move into the next major phase of the story after this. So I'm guessing there'll be a time jump, and we're probably going to pick back up with how to probably either a young adult or late teen, something like that. And Violet, who I think already was a late teen, being, I guess, trying to fill the void left by Vander. That's what I'm going to assume is going to happen there. But what will Silco have accomplished in the meanwhile? Will he basically control everything? Because that'll probably be a good time jump of maybe about 6 or 7 years. Maybe even a little more. And of course, by that time, I expect Piltover to have figured out how many different methods of harnessing their new hex tech. And so everything's going to look very different, so it'll be appropriate in time for a time jump. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this episode when you watched it. I'm going to assume that it broke all of you as well. Maybe not quite as badly as it broke me, I don't know. Maybe for some of you it was even worse. But yeah, not really much more to say. Promise me, as always, you guys will do your best to stay safe, be well. And I'll see you for the next one, which will hopefully be slightly higher spirits. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Bye-bye.
Red Bull gives you wings.